Hello, friend. Happy Tuesday. First outdoor workout of the day. Yesterday turned up to be a pretty good workout day. I did 5 miles hiking and jogging. I did 1,000 meters on the ski machine. I did 3 sets of push-ups and then 30 minutes of mobility exercises for my back. Yeah, I heard back on my x-rays today. The good news is I didn't have anything seriously wrong with me. They x-rayed my hips and back, all that. I was worried I might have a tumor or something, or a couple stress fractures. But it turns out my lower back's been getting a lot better. It's just a little bit tight and sore in the morning. But they could just have arthritis and condition, osteopenia, which is a precursor to osteoporosis. So my bone density is not as high as it should be. So I took supplements for that, but I need to take them every day. I pulled them out. I'm gonna take them religiously now. Also magnesium. I just have lower bone density. It's just part of getting older. It's called osteopenia. And you just don't want it to advance into osteoporosis, because then your bones get brittle. So the key is PT or strength training, which I'm doing already. So that's kind of the good news. I say you need to train more your upper body. So that's a good deal. I'm just glad there wasn't anything seriously wrong with me. But it's been feeling better since I first scheduled the appointment. So, but that's what happened. Hey, it's CC. Did I say it right? Hey, thanks for joining. Sorry, the sun is so strong, it's kind of hard to see the chat. Hope you're doing well. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I do live vlogs every day. Talk about running, exercise. I was talking about my x-rays earlier. I've been having some lower back pain when I wake up from sleeping. I've been trying to figure it out. It's getting better. I'll hike a little bit. What I think happened is I lift weights a lot. Plus I was moving a freezer. I think I strained my lower back. So I think the doctor was right. I just strained some muscles real bad. I strained some muscles real bad that are pretty much healed now. Still got some soreness, but when they were doing the x-rays, they found out that my bone density has gone down, so I have to be careful. So I'm back on. Well, I'm not back on. I take some supplements for bone, like, vitamin D, but to be honest, I'd probably take it once every 2 weeks. I need to take it every day. So, also I'm gonna take a full dose. I have a lot of supplements, but I'm always the one that, if it says take 2 in a day, I take 1. But on the magnesium, the vitamin K, and vitamin D, maybe calcium too. All these are bone-related supplements. And I'm also taking the Osteo-Biflex, which is it's kind of a supplement for your cartilage. I've always taken that, same thing. I take it every once or twice a week, and I take a half a dose, but I'm gonna start taking a full dose because my bone density is a little bit down. It's osteopenia, they call it. So they say people over 50, I'm 58, probably 50% of the people have it, but it's just part of arthritis, but causing some pain in my back. my lower back. I mean, I've had lower back pain before, especially after 100-mile races and stuff. But I've never had it be a problem where it wakes me up when I'm sleeping, you know? It doesn't hurt when I lay down. Sorry, I'll check the chat in a minute. The sun is so strong I can hardly see it. Pretty hot right now. It's about 95 degrees. Oh, I got some deer. Hey, buddy. See, deer are not afraid of humans in my subdivision because people feed them. That's why they always say don't feed the animals, because once you feed them, they become stupid. They're not scared of anything. They should be though. But they don't really have any predators in this area. I should have some shade in a second. I'll check out the chat. Sorry guys. The sun is so strong and the chat is so small. It's hard to read sometimes. Hey, Consumus, Hedgehog, Mr. Peel. Yes, sir. Hey, thanks for joining. Hard to see the chat. Yeah, I don't know about Arabian sunlight. Texas, I'm in Texas. Texas sunlight's pretty bright, especially when it's behind you. I'm going uphill now, but when I go downhill, it should be much better. But I've told YouTube that before. I've been in technical groups where they talk about vlogging. I was in some training. I said, you should make the chat full screen. Because, you know, when I'm looking at my phone, the chat is only the bottom, actually less than bottom half. But they should make it the full screen because it's not important to look at yourself, you know? It'd be easier to see. But you can't adjust it. It's only one size. So, I'll get some shade now. Sit around with friends and talk about your driver's license. Yeah, I bet the weather in Africa is really different, son. No, I don't talk about driver's license. Of course, I'm pretty old. But have a lot of respect for getting a driver's license. You know, it's pretty tough. I think the test, I'll tell you a story, a true story. When I took my driving test, I think I was 15 years old, and my father had a really big car, a really long car, and my parallel parking wasn't that good, but they still passed me because they felt sorry for me because my car was so long. And then I worked in China for 10 years, living and working over there. And after 3 years, I started driving a car. It's not difficult. I mean, they drive on the same side of the road as we do in the US. I mean, the rules almost the same. But when you take the test, as a foreigner, you have to get a 90%. The test is in English, but they have all these kind of rules like how long can you drive before you just take a rest? I remember it was like 6 hours, which is laughable because nobody does that. And then on the highway, every lane is a different speed. You know, the highways in the US, all the lanes on the highway are the same speed. Not in China. Also in China, you have to stop on a yellow light. You cannot go through a yellow light. If you go through a yellow light, you get a ticket. And every intersection has cameras, so you almost never see policemen. So when they give you a ticket, they email it to you because the camera caught you. It's pretty interesting over there. But anyways, I had to take the test twice because on the first time I took the test, I made an 85. You have to make a 90 as a foreigner to get a driver's license in China. But on the second time, I got like a 91. So I Another cool thing in China is when you're driving, the red light, green light, they all have a timer. They have a big clock. So if it's green, it's counting down. And tells you how many more seconds of green you have. And if it's red, it's counting down too. It tells you how many seconds of red you have. But they would never do that in the US because there would be drag racing. Yeah, it's just a difference. Another cool thing in China is when you have a GPS, map GPS in your car, it tells you where all the speed cameras are. So you always know when to slow down. But in the US, our GPSs don't do that. So anyways, started talking about driving there for a second. Because one of my friends here was talking about driver's license. It's easy, bro. Oh. Yeah. Well, I was just talking about taking the test in China. You got to make a 90. When I took the test in the US, I thought it was easy. I think it's much harder now. You also have to take some classes before you, I think you have to take classes in high school before you take the test. When I got, of course I'm pretty old, but when I took the test, we didn't need to do that. We just went to the DPS office and took the test. We had to take the written test. And back then it was written, it was on paper. Now it's all computerized. But I passed it, but barely. So let me know what y'all are up to, where you're joining from. So I'm in Austin, Texas. I'm going downhill now. Sometimes I start talking and forget that I should be running. Like I always say, going uphill is to build strength. Going downhill is to build durability. And I definitely need more durability. I got plenty of strength. Hell, my lower body, upper body, I need to build my strength. Lots of cars coming in, people getting off work. I'm lucky I work from home. So it's Tuesday. So I had a good workout Sunday and Monday. Did everything I was supposed to do. Today, on plan to do the same. I should be releasing my Mount to Coast T1 trail shoe review video. It's almost done editing. I should release it tomorrow. So please check it out. It'll be on my YouTube channel. It's a new trail shoe by Mount to Coast, which is a Hong Kong company. But getting pretty popular in the US because I think they do a lot of marketing. They also have sponsored a bunch of races, like the Ari Vipa races in Arizona, they have sponsored. Anyways, they sent me the T1 to test out. It's a pretty good shoe. I'm not sure if I'd buy it or not. But it's kind of like a mix between the Hoka Speed Goat and the Salomon Senses. It's got the same lacing system as Salomon. I say it's like a Hoka Speed Goat because it's the cushioning and the drop is the same, 4 millimeters. Speed Goat's got a little bit wider outsole, a little more cushioning, and it's cheaper, which is really surprising for me. You know, you got a American company selling a Hoka Speed Goat 6 for about $160, and Mount Coast T1 is like 180. It's a Chinese company, really way overpriced. It's a good shoe, but I think it should cost 140 maybe. I don't know, just my opinion. But a pretty decent shoe. It's really lightweight. I was weighing them today for my video, and I weighed like 3 different shoes. I used the Arc'teryx Cylon, which was the heaviest one, like 11.5 ounces. Speed Goat was around 11, and the Mount Coast T1 was only 10 ounces. That's size 11. Or in Europe, UK, it's like 45. So Mount Coast is a little bit lighter than some other big popular shoes. So, but anyways, hope everybody's doing great. Having a great Tuesday. I'm gonna sign off for today, but if you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe. I go live every day. See you later, my friends. Bye-bye.